Guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and here we have our girl INT VIDEL. So INT VIDEL is one of the 5 sort of Peppy Gal units that got an EZA from the new Peppy Gals EZA event, except for STR Pan, who of course is not actually on Peppy Gal category. I think this Videl is probably the worst of the batch. I think honestly, her performance, I have not been super impressed by when using her. But also, she has some of the same limitations as, you know, one of the most powerful units in Dokkan history, STR Videl. She probably, actually, this Videl probably has the best sticker of these Peppy Gal units, that's for sure. But I feel like this Videl, she should be like 2 or 3 times as good as she is, because you don't really have many avenues to actually utilize this Videl. I mean, she needs to be on a full Peppy Gal team to really look good. And there, she's competing with one of the best units in Dokkan history, STR Videl. And even on top of that, a lot of what this Videl does that's good is only good for Super Battle Road and not really anywhere else. So this Videl is like so ridiculously highly limited that I just feel like you're not going to get much use out of her, right? Whereas at least Dokkan Fest Videl, right, it's like she's the ridiculously overpowered god. And like, you don't need to build your team in a certain way to make her the best, right? It's just she drags some of the other units around her down. This Videl gets 20% attack and defense per Peppy Gal category ally, though. So she specifically does need to be on like a full Peppy Gal team to look at her best, right? So we got the sticker on her. We have her at full level 10 links. Let's go ahead and hop into some events, and let's see how good she'll look. Again, I don't know she's really going to look that impressive. She does a lot, but it's like, I don't know, like they needed to boost her up way more because, again, she has the same limitations as these Videls. Very small amount of category teams, bad link sets, right? It's a little bit tricky, right? All right, guys, so we are starting out here on the Peppy Gal team. Of course, we're rocking a full Peppy Gal team. I mean, actually, Videl's looking pretty good right here, right? I mean, this, of course, is with STR Chi-Chi giving the massive 120% defensive buff. So this INT Videl, she stacks attack, and she also lowers enemy attack on super attack, which is good, right? Again, she's getting 20% attack and defense per Peppy Gal category ally as well. She gets 80% defense on super, so, I mean, she's going to be, what, over 300k defense right here? And then she also lowers the attacked enemy's attack and defense by 20% for 2 turns on her passive as well. So she has 2 separate 20% attack debuffs, one from her passive and one from her super attack effect. Those will stack, right? So again, that's why Super Battle Road is where she could be really helpful. I mean, if we flip this exactly around and pretend that we're in a Super Battle Road stage, I mean, INT Videl is looking really good right here. Again, she's going to be rocking like 300k defense. She's debuffing the enemy. She does recover 20% of damage held as HP as well. That's one reason I think that this Videl doesn't do the craziest damage, is because she's got that heal, right? So I definitely think they wanted to balance that. Her link set is Champion Strength, Cold Judgment, Money, 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 Courage, Battlefield Diva, and Shattering the Limits. Those are her 6 links. Unfortunately, she's only got 6 and not 7. Again, one other thing I hate is that, like, you know, units at EZA that have 6 links really should be given a 7th link. Yeah, 1.35. It's pretty bad. Her defense is good, though. I mean, her defense is really good, actually. Videl does stack attack as well. So, I mean, as the event is going on and she's doing more and more attacks, she's just going to be building up her damage more and more. But it's, you know, you guys know, I've talked about this at length. I'm not, like, attack stacking is not really that big of a deal, I think. Like, I don't know that it really moves the needle that much. If you've got, like, maybe like Transformed Cooler or Bojack, right? Where, like, you know, you have the, you know, tendency to double and triple super with them, and their stats and stuff are already so high, and they've got big bad bosses, and you're just really able to, oh, I love this run, every support, and yeah, it's, okay, very funny. Yeah, it's okay, sure. I just noticed that every single support we've got in turn 2, great. But, I mean, I guess this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about, right? Like, if you're running the Peppy Gal team, you run it with Dokkan Fest Videl. She's the best unit on the category by far, right? Like, it's not in question. So it's like this INT Videl is like, there's already 2 Videls on the team. So now you have a 3rd Videl, which can lead to, you know, issues like this run right here. Now, again, INT Videl, defensively, honestly, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, being like 300k defense after she supers is very good, right? Like, that's not, there's no bullshit, you know, to be said there. That's very impressive. All right, I guess I'm probably just going to do another run with Peppy Gals, because we ended up just having the Videls, like, linked at the hip this whole time. I also would be curious to see what Videl's defense is going to look like when she doesn't have Chi-Chi sitting there giving her 120, right? Like, I think it's good to show these rotations, but I don't know. The Videl, man, she's a weird unit. Okay. Here's, you guys are going to love this. Here's what Videl should be doing, right? Especially because she's competing with this Videl. She should be giving Ki. Or she should be like a Rainbow Orb Changer or something like that. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm going to go with. If she was like a Rainbow Orb Changer or gave Ki, it could be a little bit more helpful. I mean, not like the Peppy Gals team does not exactly struggle for Ki anyway, right? And you do have some powerful supports like the AGL Mai. You know, her EZA is very good. We're going to be using AGL Mai. We're going to do another Peppy Gal run, and then we're going to run on the Buu Saga team as well. And then, of course, over there on that Buu Saga team / Battle Wits, I'm going to be running AGL Mai again, because obviously AGL Mai, I mean, she's crazy, right? Like, I think she's going to be very good, pretty much no matter how the team builds. Look at this Videl. Like, she's so stupid. Okay, what? Okay. From a Dokkan event run? Sure. Okay. Alright, so now we're over here on the Peppy Gal team again. No Chi-Chi this time. And I feel like her defense is still pretty solid right here. I mean, she's going to be up over 200k. So, I mean, the Chi-Chi buff was insane, right? Because, again, what is Videl going to be at right here? Like 240k or something like that? I mean, that's still pretty good. That's without defensive support, by the way. What links do we have with Bra? We have Shattering Limit, Battlefield Diva, and then Money. Oh, okay. So what happens if she's not... She drops down to 110. I mean, that's still close to 200k. Yeah, Money. That very uncommon link. But, you know, Money is not the worst link ever. Because if we take a look at it, it gives Ki as well as 20% defense. Yeah, you gotta love it. Dude, Bra with an EZA would be insanity. I really am excited for Bra's EZA, especially, like, you know, those GT units and how crazy they could be. Like, Bra would be a god on the Vegeta family team, GT Hero. She's on Youth, right? Peppy Gals. Bra's gonna be ridiculous after her EZA. Okay, so sure, let's see what Videl's gonna get right here. Again, her attack stats really aren't that impressive. More so, this Videl, again, is like utility, right? Like, the little bit of healing she'll do, right? Because she's getting 20% of damage dealt as health. So, let's see how much damage she does right here. So, how much would we heal from this? We would heal... She did 600k damage? Well, that's... I mean, that's... Okay, oh boy, math. She's healing what, like... But she's healing like 100k? Or a little bit more? Like, what, like 130 or 120 or something like that, I think? Oh boy. No, my brain! That's scrambling! But I think she's healing... Should heal like 120k HP right there. That's pretty good. Right? So it's like, imagine, again, you go into a Super Battle Road stage. She's got 200k defense. So, I mean, she might take in Extreme Peppy Gal, she might take some shots, even at 200k defense. But, you know, you're probably going to have, like, an Int Ribrianne around or something like that. She is debuffing the enemy, though. The enemy she attacks is going to be very heavily, like, neutralized for the next couple of turns. And she's healing, right? So it's like she's good on the Peppy Gal team in a Super Battle Road stage. But, like, that's unfortunately about it, right? Because, like, if you go into, like, a long, difficult event, it's like, you know, if you have Money active, or you have, you know, because it's just, like, the level of defense she was at, you know, like, just, like, right below 200k, that's the same level, like, Majin Vegeta hovers at a lot, and he just feels not that impressive defensively to me, right? So that's one thing to sort of keep in mind there. Okay, so this is a better rotation. We've got a lot of attack support for Videl, 155k defense right there. So, like, once she starts getting defensive support, again, I mean, she is, like, nearly doubling her defense. So she's going to be at, what, maybe like 280, 270k after she supers, something like that. That's a really good number, but again, that's with a lot of support. And like, you know, some characters, like I try and like think of like the different ways. Like this Videl is not a character you're bringing into a long event, but I mean, Peppy Gals doesn't really need this Videl for a long event anyway, because you've got all the Universe 6 girls, right? All the Kale and Khalifas, they'll destroy a long event with Peppy Gals. And then you could utilize this Videl for like Super Battle Road. So it's like, I definitely can see her uses for Super Battle Road. I feel like for the meta of the game, like a lot of the difficult content and stuff like that, I definitely would argue she's the worst of the 5, but she's not like horrible, right? All right, so this might do damage. These GT Dokkan Fest, they could do damage. This Goku debuffs defense, I think, and Vegeta debuffs attack. Yeah, oh, she took a lot right there. Yeah, now she's actually taking damage. Well, we could see her heal, especially if she would crit right here. Well, yeah, she didn't do as much, and then we still have the little healing down there at the bottom. But her defense is so high, even after being lowered, she's only taking double digits right there. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I know it's a Dokkan event, sure. All right, let's go to the Majin Buu Saga team, and we'll give her a couple rotations to maybe build up that attack of hers, you know, sort of see how she's going to perform and stuff like that, and then we'll finish up. All right, so now we're over here on the Majin Buu Saga team. So again, remember, we were looking at Videl on a full Peppy Gal team. Now let's take a look at Videl where we're not on a full. Oh God, yep, there we go. This is I mean, we have money active, yeah. And the support from Android 18. Yeah, Videl, now it's like, yeah, you basically have to run on a full Peppy Gal team, which is stupid. I think they should have just given her like 200% attack and defense rather than having to rely on Peppy Gal units, because again, like the design is I think horrible, because it's like Dokkan Fest Videl is already the dominant god leader for Peppy Gals. We're not like, you know, you don't want to then run this Videl as well, right? Like, and it's like this Videl is like solid, but it's like she's not like that was the $5, by the way. But she's not like, you know, like the god of the game, like STR Videl you could make a case is, right? It's very odd. Yeah, that's this turn I feel like wasn't that impressive, right? Because again, 18 is supporting. We've got money active, Shattering Limit, Battlefield Diva. We got a bunch of these links and stuff active, and she wasn't looking that impressive right there. All right, so in this turn, we're gonna get Boo and Hercule next to her. Now, you know, I did some videos when Dokkan Fest Videl came out on Global, right? You know, rocking Videl with that Hercule and Boo. They're a pretty nasty duo, because Videl just sort of cleans everything up in slot 1. And then Hercule and Boo can be a pretty good defensive unit while supporting Dokkan Fest Videl in slot 2. Obviously, it's not going to work nearly as good with the Int Videl. I don't mean to be so hard on Int Videl. I mean, she's had some rotations where she's looked solid, for sure. But she is just not... She's... Like, they should... Like, with how crazy Dokkan Fest Videl is, they should have done better. Okay, what about this? 151. Because remember, AGL Mai has got Cold Judgment with her, right? So with Cold Judgment active, we're at 151. What happens if we don't have Cold Judgment active? 126. So you can see the massive difference in defense. But it's like, you know, like this exact rotation would look really good on Peppy Gals. Although this 18, the way she's designed, she's not running at full power on Peppy Gals, right? Because she needs a Krillin, Trunks, or Goten on the team for this 18 to be at full power. So Battle Wit / Buu Saga, this 18 is fantastic, but on Peppy Gals itself, that 18 is not that good. You want to use the new tech Android 18 for Peppy Gals, right? That's good design. See, because again, like this Android 18, Buu Saga, Battle Wits, the tech Android 18 use on Peppy Gals. The new STR EZA Android 18 use on the Android / Cell Saga team or the Android category team. Whereas, you know, good, they were smart. But then with Videl, they're like, yeah, you gotta use this Videl on Peppy Gals. Oh, well, what about Dokkan Fest Videl, who's the fucking leader of the team? Okay, like, hello? Hello? Like, crazy, dude. All right. I don't know. Let's... I think we've seen what Videl can do. Let me just skip to, like, remember, she does stack attack. I'm just gonna skip to, like, turn 10, this exact build, and sort of see what her attack stat gets up to. But, again, like, the way she's designed, she's not designed to be shooting out monster mega attack stats because she's got that healing passive of hers, right? All right, let's get a rotation right here. I mean, this is a pretty good turn because we can get nearly everything active for Videl right here. We can put Hercule and Boo in the first slot, and they can sort of tank it. All right, let's just see what Videl can do on turn 11. What is her defense going to be again? She's getting 80%, so she's going to be, what, like 200k-ish or a little bit above 200k? Yeah, I mean, again, she's okay, but, I mean, you're not running her in Dokkan events. You're not running her in long events, right? You're not running her in Battlefield. Where are you running her? It's just Peppy Gals Extreme Super Battle Road. It's like that, like it's just that, like, that one stage, right? That's my issue with Videl. You know, like, if they gave the Legendary Vegeta event a Peppy Gals stage, you're not running this Videl, and I feel like this Videl is not even a consideration. She's only at 1.5 million after, stacking and stuff like that. Like, the unit is okay, like, in very, 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 very specific situations, but for the most part, I just can't see you getting much use. It's just, you compare this Videl to, like, Pan. The new Pan is, like, redonkulous, and this Videl is, like, meh. Alright, so this is Soaring Heart Videl. Her leader skill is Int and STR type key 3 and 90% of stats. Leader skill sucks, but I mean, it's not the biggest deal ever. Her super attack is the Hawk Charge, which stacks attack, does supreme damage to the enemy, and lowers enemy attack and defense, right? So again, that is a 20% debuff for 3 turns. Really good for Super Battle Road, but outside of that, you're not going to get much use out of it. It can be good in certain fights in Battlefield, but this Videl is not an option for Battlefield, right? Unless you're running a full Peppy Gal team, which you could, but, like, it's not like the old days where, like, Jiren, you could, like, debuff the hell out of him and you had a good chance. Omega doesn't play that shit. You can't debuff Omega, right? So it's like, it's not going to work, really, with this Videl. Her passive skill, Fabled Strength, gives her a 20% attack and offensive buff per Peppy Gal category ally on the team. So, again, you pretty much have to run on, like, a full Peppy Gal team for it to look good. She gets another 80% defense on Super. That's a strong ability. That's why, again, her defense is pretty good most of the time. Then she lowers attacked enemies' attack and defense by 20% for 2 turns. So she hits the enemy with a 3-turn debuff on her super attack effect, and then a 2-turn debuff on her passive. Those do stack, so that is pretty good. And then she recovers 20% of damage to its HP. That last part, though, I think that's why they're hesitant to really make her do good damage, is because she's healing as well. The healing is definitely good, right? Like, healing is always good, especially if you compare her maybe with, like, LRB Pan, but guess what? LRB Pan ain't on Peppy Gals, so, it's I mean, you could utilize this Videl with the new physical Bulma, though, right? Like, she's healing a lot on Peppy Gals. So, because I've noticed that, like, healing, if, like, one character does it, it's not a big deal, but if you get a couple of characters healing, it could be a very, very strong ability, right? Her links are Champion Strength, Cold Judgment, Money, 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 Courage, Battlefield Diva, and Shadowing the Limit. She has the same sort of shitty link set as Dokkan Fest Videl, except this Videl's got 1 less link. Her 12 kill multiplier is 130%, which is really quite bad. In terms of EZAs, she could definitely help you in the new Peppy Gal EZA, right? And, past stage 30, the enemy you fight is Android 18, who's tech. So this Videl is very good for that, probably that Peppy Gal EZA, honestly. She could help you earn a lot of Zenny back, which is definitely important. And then finally, our girl Videl is on a couple of different category teams, but again, it's like Peppy Gals has got an extreme Super Battle Road stage, which is where you want to use this girl, but there's just, like, way better options, unfortunately, for her. And then it's like Buu Saga, you're not running, like, she's on these other teams, like, Buu Saga right here, she's on Earthling as well, and she's on Defender of Justice, but, like, you're not going to run this Videl in any of those teams. Like, her design, she should just spend 200% attack and defense at the start of turn. Rather than needing Peppy Gals, that would have really helped Videl a lot, right? For sure. But, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Am I a dummy? Am I completely wrong and Videl is so good? I don't think so. You just compare what she does to all the other, 4 Peppy Gal EZA units, except for Pan, because she's not on Peppy Gals, although Pan is the best of the 5, I think. This Videl just falls way short compared to those units, right? So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.